Hi guys, I'm back again. I'm gonna try again. It'll kill me. I went up to the rooftop. There's no Wi-Fi outside whatsoever on the roof. Nice massage area. Very quiet. Nobody up there having a massage. But no, went outside on the rooftop. Nice views, even though it's dark. Very dark. Not a lot of lights on anywhere. But no, the Wi-Fi was garbage. So I'm back down in reception where it is just empty. So I'm hoping this stream, everything is good so far. So I'm hoping, look, it's just empty. There's nobody here. So hopefully this will be a little bit better. Obviously I can't talk as loud because I'm in reception. And so where were we up to and what we were talking about? I think we were talking about Leroy Sané, weren't we? And his attitude, and I said I don't read a great deal into his attitude, if I'm being honest, because like I said, I don't think anybody celebrated goals tonight in the game, so I won't worry too much about that. But they're all out looking for a good brilliant, excellent. We'll see if any of them come back on. See if anyone's found one. I found one. So maybe I know now where to be. Maybe I just need to sit in this corner of the lobby where it's a little bit quieter than down the front of the entrance where there's a bar and there's music and things like that. So maybe it's a little bit quieter. So maybe this is the place to do the stream. I finally found it after 3 days. So yeah, the game itself. It was a nice. That was what I was talking about. I thought it was a nice touch with the old guy who was, I would say old, but I mean the older player who was retiring, and sort of shook hands and everything with all the players. And Pep Guardiola gave him a shirt and shook his hand. I thought that was a nice touch. He is looking good. He's looking very sharp, very, very sharp, it bodes well for the season. And if you think, Pep said, did he not say back in April, he can definitely get better without a shadow of a doubt. So far, this is pre-season and he's looking very, very sharp. So it's exciting to think the wonderful season that he had last season. He's now actually, it's like he's picked up from where he left off. He's like he's never been away. That pitch invader spent more time in our half than Kitchie did. Which pitch invader? I didn't see that, mate. That might have been between me trying to watch a stream my lad was showing me on WhatsApp, or and by the time I found the Periscope stream on Twitter. So I must have missed that one. What was the pitch invader all about? No, I didn't see that. What I will do with regards right near the end of the game. Oh no, I don't think I saw that actually. I was watching the game. I was watching it when the whistle blew, but then it was on Periscope, so it was like showing you somebody's, on somebody's TV. So I don't remember seeing the invader. I must admit, but yeah, if we look at the goals in particular, I thought a number of them were very, very nice goals. The first one in particular, I thought David Silva took his really well from a really nice pass with his left foot from Raheem Sterling. So that was a nice little dink over the keeper. The second one was a really nice strike from Leroy Sané, curling it into the bottom corner around one of their defenders. So a really nice strike. The third I thought was an excellent finish from Raheem. Buried it right into the top corner, which I thought was great. Blue Heart has just posted something. Nothing. Nothing in that one. Was it a full stop or is that a dirty screen I've got? So I thought Raheem's was a very, very good finish. The fourth one with Leroy was it was okay. He finished it from close range, but still took it really well. I think it was on his right foot. That was into the second half. It was 3-0 at half time. The fifth goal, I thought, was a really, really nice finish from. I'm not getting comments now. I'm getting nothing. I'm just getting blank. I'm getting Kamal. Strange that nothing got posted. I can read those. It was my stream. I never seen a pitch. What was that? Oh yeah, Ray, it was your stream, mate. Did you see that? I was watching Ray, the guy who's just posted there, Ray Woods. Everybody, Ray, everyone was been asking where did I watch the game? How did I watch it if I'm out here and blah de blah de blah. And I said I found your stream on Twitter, and you were doing it via Periscope, and it was a good view. You can watch it fairly clearly, but I didn't see a pitch invader. I must admit. So I don't, who posted that? Chris, was that Chris who posted that? There was a pitch invader right at the end. The text was in italics and it didn't bar. Right, okay. I was wondering why, but the strange thing was Kamal Dwyer posted something. There was nothing on that either. I was watching from someone filming from the stands. Right. Okay. I see. So maybe they were following somebody, but obviously the live stream from Man City 4 TV. Maybe they weren't showing it for like they don't like to do anyway. I was going to say because I don't remember seeing any pitch invader. I must be honest. But listen, Ray Woods, absolutely brilliant for that, mate. Really helped me out because my lad was trying to do it via WhatsApp, pointing like you were at his TV, but the Wi-Fi connection wasn't brilliant here, and he wanted to go out. So in the end, I just gave up with it. Steve Black's on. Hi all. Hi Andy. You're in the comfy chair. It's great. I tell you what, these are bloody comfy. Really, I'd like a couple of these at my house. Very, very comfy. Lovely. They're massive. They're absolutely huge. Hope the trip's going well, says Kia, mate. It's been mad busy here with my guests. I bet it has. Your brother's over and say, look at these massive chairs. They're absolutely gorgeous. Really, really comfy. Yeah, Ray, thank you for that. People have been asking on here saying, can I post this? And I said, no, I didn't do it. It was somebody on Twitter. I didn't want to give out. I said, Ray, I didn't want to give out your full Twitter address just in case you get invaded by a load of Man City Fan TV subscribers. But if you want to give it out on here, if you're happy to or not, then feel free to post it on here, and then people can grab your Twitter account, follow you, and then on Saturday, because I believe you did say on your Periscope stream tonight that you would try and do another one for the game on Saturday. So if you want to, Ray, it's up to you. Just put your Twitter account. I don't want to start handing out your Twitter account if you don't want me to. So, contrary to what people say, Ronnie Corbett. Yeah, that's how I feel like. I feel like that now. I'm gonna tell a story. Remember that the two Ronnies at the end. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So what we were on about, it was the fifth goal to AZ. Very similar to Leroy Sané's finish, but on his right foot in the opposite corner. Really, really well taken goal. And then Pozo, which I was really pleased about. I like Pozo. It's a nice little tricky player, and it was a bit of a scrappy goal, and it was a tap in, but fair play to the lad. You've got to be in the right position, and he tapped it in to make it 6 after we'd conceded one. So Bellis came on for the last 10 minutes. He did, yeah. Didn't have a lot to do. I thought the goal was a little bit poor defending. I missed the changes, so I wasn't sure who was playing right back. The black lad, number 88. I didn't catch his name. If I can, I'll post up. There you go. So Kipak73. If you go on Twitter and follow Ray, Kipak73, he's going to try and do another Periscope stream. Oh, was it Deli Bashiru? Was it? I just saw glimpses of him, and I wasn't sure who it was because the ball wasn't really in our half for much when he was on. I thought he could have closed down the winger a bit quicker, allowing that cross to come in, but I thought the defending was a little bit lax by the centre-backs for their finish, but it was Dionku. Was it? Number 88? I'll have to look. I don't know. Like I said, Deli Bashiru has left the club. I was thinking, I wasn't sure. Didn't Deli Bashir get released? Yeah, I was thinking. I don't know who it was at number 88. That's what I'm thinking. Really? Because the commentator didn't say anything. I only saw the odd clip of him. It was One Hung Low. Very good. Ray Woods, I'll be on it. There you go. Yeah, it was really good. Really, well, as clear as it possibly can be when you're filming it off your TV onto your phone. So, really well done for that. For Alpha Dianco, he's from Senegal. Oh, was this the kid who he was added to the squad and we were all going, who's he? Never heard of him before. He came on. I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about him. So next door's cat is called Buyback. Hey, there was one called C Laws, wasn't there? Was it Chan Laws or something like that? I did notice that one of the subs that were coming on. So yeah, it's a pre-season. It doesn't really matter if they score. Pep said after Leroy can leave the club if he wants. They've offered him a new deal and it's up to him. We got him from was it Mallorca? Somebody said there. Yeah, it was the guy who was added late. Right, okay. I was gonna say I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know anything about him. It was one when I did the live vlog announcing the squad that they'd added an extra player or two. It was like never heard of this kid. First time I've ever heard of him. So, yeah, it's a pre-season friendly. It don't really matter at the end of the day. But what else was I going to say? Talking about Leroy Sané, good training session to build up fitness, but Sané looks moody. Brian, I spoke to that. I said that in the part 2 of the stream I was trying to do outside before the Wi-Fi broke, and I don't think nobody celebrated when they scored. Sterling didn't, David Silva didn't. It was all sort of like a yeah, high five. We're expected to score and beat these anyway, so I wouldn't read too much into that. Cricket's going well. I heard, I was listening to Talk Sport when I got back to my room, and there was something like 46 for 6 or 7 or something, and they were bowled out for whatever it was, 80 something, or and the last I heard, Ireland were 9 for none after 6 overs or something. 85. That's embarrassing. I don't even they didn't even reach 24 overs. That's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. And listening to Andy Jacobs, it's boiling there. Obviously, he'll be in a mood. I heard Andy Jacobs turn around talking about the bowling. Ireland 134 for 3. Wow. Saying that you only had to take what Ireland were doing, and yet England couldn't. I think they'd only had to play one shot in something like 16 balls or something. Pathetic. But anyway, back to football. I won't read too much into the Sané's body language tonight, if I'm honest, but today came out, never even knew we had a cricket team. Hey, actually, they're not too bad. It's going to be a massive upset, a huge upset. Bowling England out for 85. It's like fun. Unbelievable. Somebody got 5 as well, didn't they? Five wickets. But Bayern have come out and basically today and said that they're giving Leroy Sané, so they're trying to dictate terms. They're giving Leroy Sané 2 weeks because listen to this. This is what Bayern have said. Their press room or their front room or whatever it's called, that deal with PR and stuff. They basically turned around and said, we're giving Leroy Sané 2 weeks. And Scotland's not great, and I've got a ticket for tomorrow. Touting going to give me £2 for it. He's not. And we're going to give Leroy Sané 2 weeks. We have already given him the plan via his agent. So basically, they're saying they've spoken to the agent. It's almost like they're guaranteeing him game time. They're saying that we're going to play in a style. Kovac has said, we're going to play in a style that is going to get lots of goals, and Leroy Sané is our absolutely number one dream target. So his agent has been speaking to Bayern, and basically they've given him the profile of what they want from Leroy Sané and how they're going to play him and how they're going to score loads of goals, and he's going to be sort of the front man for everything, and obviously trying to make him their number one player in Germany. And he's got 2 weeks. And the reason why they're giving him 2 weeks and no longer is because they want Manchester City to be able to buy another player in the meantime before the window. You think, fuck off. Who do you think you are? It's the end of the day. Rummenigge has ordered a tank and a lorry load of beef. Who do Bayern actually think they are? Saying we've given the player 2 weeks. You know, it's just absolutely unbelievable. You know, the cheek of them. Now, I know it's open season. Well, it's open season. It's, you know, everybody. I'm counting the Charity Shield as a major trophy, so am I. It's open season, so every club can go after anybody. But to make public statements like that, I find, oh, hello, we've gone again. Oh, we're back on. Don't know what's going on tonight. I really don't. The Wi-Fi has been particularly poor in the hotel, and then obviously that's the second time we've had a power cut. Getting boring, the sinus stuff now. Why are the top knobs not coming down? And not a lot they can do. What can they do at the end of the day? You know, what can they do? Bloody 8 Bayern now, the way they've been about Leroy's. Yeah, it is, but there's nothing we can do about it. Wama says Bayern are operating the 1945s for their approach. There's now we can do about it. You know, because let's murder in the dark. Yeah. Let's face it. If Bayern have spoken to his agent, if Bayern have set out a plan and given the agent of who, I'd like to know who this agent is actually. Thought this was against fair play. No, not really. Not really. Why? It's transfer season. Transfer window is open. Talk to whoever you like. And if his agent is talking to Bayern, the only thing City can do is say we're not happy about it. Whatever. Let's just stop Bayern illegal approach and we can stop. Well, what's an illegal approach? It's transfer window is under contract, but it happens every single time. The agent is 007. This is what I'm saying at Blue Heart. They're saying that they've spoken to his agent. So I'd like to know, is this a new agent or has he gone back to his mother? Because as we know, I said 3-4 weeks ago, he's been looking for this new agent. And that's possibly one of the reasons why there's been a delay in him signing a contract or negotiating with Manchester City over the new contract, because there was arguments allegedly between his girlfriend and his mother, who was his agent. It's a cleaning agent. We're defo going to get them in the Champions League. Andy the man, EF, how are you doing, mate? Bayern never pay more than 200 grand a week. Well, that's what they've offered. Are Bayern bidding 70 million for Sammy? They've not. They haven't come out with a figure. I'm still thinking he'll stay, Craig. I'm being honest. I'm still thinking he'll stay. But what worries me is if he has got a new agent, who that new agent is. And if that agent is now in proper talks with Bayern, that has moved on a stage to where we were a few weeks ago with regards to City were pretty confident that Sane will sign a contract. He allegedly has said he's happy. So it looks like if this is true, and I can't believe it's not true, if he goes, I think he'll have so much pressure on it. That was originally, Steve, if you remember, about 4 or 5 weeks ago on a live vlog, I said that the rumours were that Sane really didn't want to go back to Germany because of the amount of media speculation and pressure he would have on him, because he's obviously a star in the national team now, and he'd been making lots of headlines. So that was one of the reasons why, when the initial rumours about Bayern and everything came in, there was rumours spread about the fact that Sane didn't want to go back to Germany. But if it's true and his mother or his new agent is actually speaking to Bayern, and Rummenigge and everyone else seems very confident to make this public, they have set out this plan. They have basically said this is how he's going to be, this is what he's going to play like, this is what Bayern are going to play like, but we want a decision within 2 weeks so that Manchester City can purchase another player if they need to. So they're obviously backing down a little bit to a certain degree with saying, we're thinking about Manchester City. Bollocks. And they're making a deadline on that. However, they're still turning around and saying we're speaking to the agent and we're giving him 2 weeks to sort this out. Now, I can't believe that that is just basically rumour. Realistically, who can replace Sane? Difficult, it's difficult. There was the rumours a few weeks ago about the Everton Suarez thing, but I'm not too sure about that. I think he probably needs another year. Leroy's mum should be doing what is best for Leroy, not what she wants for herself. Well, she allegedly wants to go back to Germany. That was allegedly. These are all rumours. We don't know what the facts are. He'll be a top player at top price and needs to be on it every game. He won't do that. They're thinking of themselves. Mbappe, well, we mentioned the Mbappe thing yesterday on the live vlog, that apparently he's got this £180 million buyout clause, which surprises the hell out of me, considering that, they haven't put double that unless Mbappe's agent, from when he made the move to PSG, demanded that it was only at a certain level to pay that much money for Mbappe, and then put in a release clause of only 180 million. Doesn't make sense for the club, for PSG, but it does make sense for the agent and the player, because if he becomes suddenly unhappy at PSG and he's got a buyout clause of 350 million, nobody's going to pay that realistically. But if he's got a low buyout clause of 180 million, then that he knows that everybody potentially is going to come in for him if he was to do well at PSG, which he has done. He's proven that. So Mbappe won't go as Neymar will go. They won't let two strikers go. Sane cannot be replaced, need him to stay. Right, okay. Sane cannot be replaced. Deal with that one first. You have to look at it and think, I agree with you, Craig, to a certain degree. The only thing I'll say is he was very much in and out the team for most of the second half of the season. And yet, look what we won. Now, I know he contributed with, 10 goals and so many assists and things like that, and some very important goals. But for most of the last half of the season, he was very much a bit part player. We had Sterling on the left, we had Bernardo Silva on the right. So we pretty much did without him for most of the time, if I'm being honest. But would I like him to stay? Of course I would. Craig, no player is bigger than the club, don't need to be held to ransom. Well, I agree. And let's not forget, we don't know whether Sane is holding the club to ransom. We don't know that. We only can assume that Sane is rightly taking his time over the contract to make sure he gets the right contract for him. Because at the end of the day, we would do the same if it was us. We'd want the best deal for us, not for Man City fans. We want the best deal for us, not for the fans or the club. And we don't know whether this is the last parting shot across the bow by Bayern in a last desperate bid to try and get him to sign, thinking, I don't think he's going to. So maybe they've set out this plan with his agent. Maybe they've sort of saying, we've given you 2 weeks and that's it. Breaking news, United offered Leicester 75 million plus Phil Jones for Maguire. Leicester holding out for... That is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely superb. Excellent. So when it comes to Sane, we don't know what the truth is. We really don't know. All we know is that if Bild have putting this out, that Bayern have definitely said this about the agent meeting and all this, you'd have to suspect that that is true. They wouldn't necessarily lie about that. There isn't a ransom. Remember, the media are constantly picking at this scab. Leroy probably doesn't know. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. We don't know. We have no idea. For all we know, Leroy is in negotiations with the club, and these deals, as we know, and we've spoke about it so many times on the channel, they're not done overnight. They can take months. They can take weeks and weeks and weeks, because there's so many parts to the contract that have to be checked and cross-checked and double-checked and you name it. With image rights and bonuses and you name it, buyout clauses and all sorts of things. And I'm sure you could sit around a table for 2-3 days just talking about what figure is going to be the buyout clause in his new contract, if he has one, which he will have. That could take days of negotiating just one single thing. Never mind his image rights and all those other things that are included in normal sort of everyday contracts. So these things, these type of deals for these type of players are not done overnight. They take a long time. So who knows? He might already have been. This meeting might have been with Bayern a week ago, with Sané's agent. Maybe in the last week, Sané's been negotiating, going, yeah, I'm perfectly happy to sign as long as the deal is right. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. Did you hear Mbappe had a clause? What was that? Did I? Sorry, Craig, I missed that. Was it, did I hear that Mbappe had a clause to play in goal? Was that? Maybe I misread that when it came up. So yeah, so if he decides to go, if he wants to go, I'd rather him go, I'll be honest. Robert Hawkins. If he wants to go, I don't want any player at City not wanting to be there. I'd rather him leave. I'd rather us get a good price for him. And I know we've already had this discussions loads of time on Man City Fan TV with you guys and everyone else saying, what's the right price? Well, I know most of you would say, oh, it's £150 million plus and it's this, that and the other. I just can't see City, putting that big a figure on it. Is it a Santa Claus? Yeah, he seemingly had a clause. He wanted to play a game in goal. Really? Agree, Blue Heart, but if Munchen are offering 200k, anyone with an ego such as Sané would be looking to get 250 a week. Sané's on the same level. Sky Sports headline, Pep says Sané transfer out of our hands. There you go. So, like I said to you, it sounds like these rumours are true from Bild, that there has been a meeting with whoever this agent is, or representatives. Maybe it's not an agent, maybe it's just representatives. 90 million is fair price Sané in this market. Well, I've said, I think if Sané wants to leave and he makes it clear to City that I definitely want to leave, we know Bayern are not going to pay 150 million. They're just not. And what you don't want is an unhappy player at City. There's no point. There's absolutely no point in keeping a player around the club for another year who is unhappy, because that will either piss off Pep and Pep will put him on the bench. That does no favours for Manchester City. It does no favours for Leroy Sané. His stock will drop and another year of his contract will have run down and we won't have got the best out of a player. So I think City will be sensible in it and say, well, okay, if Sané definitely wants to go, he wants his agents to meet with Bayern over a deal, 100 million quid. I think we should hold out for at least 100. Okay, there you go. That's my point, Scott. I think 100 million pounds. If you pay it, he can leave. That's it. End of story. End of. And that's a guaranteed 100 million quid up front or over 2 years or however they want to broker the deal. So City know, right, we've got 100 million at least to spend. Though I'd say 80 million and 20 million every year after he's at Bayern. There's so many variables of what we could all say we think it should be, but the German League is like Scottish League, very little genuine competition. He may win Champions League, but I can't see Bayern winning the Champions League. I'd be surprised with it. I'd be really surprised. Very, very surprised if Bayern were anywhere near the Champions League, if I'm honest, even with Leroy Sané in the squad. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's only my personal opinion. I think if Sané wants to go and City go, right, okay, fine, fair enough, we're going to put 100 million, and that is it. We are not going anywhere near below. So Bayern, it's not 2 weeks. You've got 2 days. You decide whether you're going to pay the 100 million or not, and that is it. End of story. So you've got 48 hours. If you want your player, you can have him, but you pay us 100 million quid, and that is it. Or you go, tell you what, you can give us 80 million quid and David Alaba. Something like that, whatever it is. And just make it very clear, no, we're not waiting 2 weeks. You've got 48 hours to sign the deal. That's it. Otherwise, the deal is off. End of story, and we're moving on, and Leroy Sané will stay here. They'll get the deal done if they want it done. So there's no point in keeping him. We'll keep him another year. That's one less year on his contract, which means his fee drops. That'll mean probably less game time for Sané. which is not good for the player and it's not good for City. And you don't want an unhappy player around the squad because, as we know, we generally have a very, very good team environment, and Pep won't have it. He just simply won't have it. He won't allow that type of behaviour. So I can't see Pep being one of the managers that will turn around and say, "Tough, you stay in. End of story. You know, if you want to sit on the bench, fine. If you want to sulk, fine. You're not going anywhere." I don't think Pep works that way. I think he'd rather just get rid of the player. To be honest, good players have left and our club is still... Absolutely, of course they have. No one player is bigger than the club. Not one single player. The club is far bigger than any player. My Wi-Fi? Why is my Wi-Fi not working now? How are you? I'm okay when my Wi-Fi's working. It's not my Wi-Fi, it's the hotel's Wi-Fi. And it's not like I'm in London or somewhere like that. I'm in Yangon, in Myanmar, so, you know, it is what it is. Mahrez to step up. Good point, English Mastiff. You've got Riyad Mahrez. Gustavo, hey Andy, I'm excited about the Community Shield, so am I. Treble winners, but don't ask meow. I've finished the training, mate. This was my last day, so I've got a day off tomorrow. I'm going into downtown Yangon tomorrow to do some shopping and buy some gifts and things like that. And then I'm flying home first thing Friday morning, so I'll be back late Friday night sometime. I'm going to the Community Shield, yeah, I'm going down there. And so there's a load of us going down and staying at the Novotel where we normally stay on Wembley Way. So, yeah, I'm going. You showed why Mahrez can't step up. Well, not step up. He can step up, but potentially we might need to rejig a few things round with regards to his position. And remember, he's just had a wonderful AFCON tournament. You know, really, really good. So you don't have to get us any. What would you like? Let me know. Would you like a fake United shirt? That'll be the next prize. A fake United shirt that you can do your washing up with. Oh, sorry. That was just an update on my phone. Sorry, Football Champ. What you going on about? You're bringing up stuff I'm not interested in the slightest. I'll be honest with you. So I don't know what Duncan Castles is bringing up again or whatever. I don't know what you mean by that. So I've no idea. 100 million Sane or do one munching beer monsters? Absolutely. I agree with you. I think Mahrez can and will step up. He didn't get off to a great start last season, as Pep says. The best is yet to come. Well, let's hope so. I mean, let's face it, he's not getting any younger. You know, he's 28. So he should be coming up to his peak now. And we've seen, you know, he's done really, really well in the AFCON. What bits I saw the game, it looked like a pretty good City following. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I couldn't see that much. Because he loves stirring it, Andy. Who are you talking about, Steve? Sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. Just to let you know, the Wi-Fi is doing good. Right, well, this seems like to be the spot, obviously, that it's better. I found the perfect spot now. Bubblegum didn't shine in his first season. I look at him now. Well, yeah, absolutely. So, hopefully, I mean, I've always said, you know me, I was a little bit critical of Mahrez. I thought he needed to do more. Where is Kiam moderated? Kiam's really busy at the moment because I'm going to put another FIFA edition out. I'll edit it tonight, put it out first thing in the morning. It'll be early hours UK time, so you won't see it till you wake up. But are you back? No, I'm still in Yangon. Dealing with Wi-Fi issues, but they're sorted now, except for now the electricity keeps going off. We've been in blackout about 3 times. Has Harry left? No, he's been busy, mate. Still in touch with Harry. He's been busy with his exams, and he's going away. He's been away on holiday, and he's going away on another holiday and things like that. So I don't want to pester him. He's a young lad who wants the summer with his mates and things like that. So there's no issues with Harry. Harry will be back when the season starts. So the last bit of the game, some very good kids, absolutely brilliant, yeah, amazing. It's a really, really exciting time for City's academy, because I know we've always produced one or two or three that look like potentials. Could rock the boat, Sane leaving, maybe. Um, and we've always sort of looked at a few of them and thought, oh, they've got potential, and got all excited about it, and then they left, or they didn't really produce it, and they went on loan and ended up being sold and didn't really live up to expectations. But I think right now, at this moment in time, the next 2 or 3 years is very, very exciting, because all City fans have wanted is predictions. I'm going 2-1 City. Harry Maguire doing some vids, cool. Harry Maguire doing some vids, cool. What do you mean by that, Bernie? All City fans have wanted is, we just want 4 or 5 of the kids to get through to the first team. Maybe not all of them starting 11s, but being regulars sort of in cup competitions and in the first team and around. You said Harry was doing vids. Sorry, maybe I'm losing it there. Next season, I feel we could play a team in the Carabao Cup that's more youth, quite possibly. And we've seen now, we've obviously seen Foden coming through. We've got, still waiting for Luke Bolton to come back and hopefully be injury free. We've now seen Harwood Bellis take a massive leap. Doubt it, to be honest, that it strikes as a marker. Pep, sorry, Footy Fan Chat asked what vids Harry was doing. Oh, talking about Football Fan Chat. We have no chance of getting anyone else bit too late. Sorry, it just went up. Others came up very quickly. Sorry, I'm obviously not got my laptop with me, so I can't sort of go back and look at what you said. Once they come up, they go very quickly. So, so we've got Harwood Bellis taking this massive leap forward and looking very, very assured. And he's got the size and stature already. And he's not even grown fully yet. Did you see Ederson playing it? I did. I saw it on YouTube. Very funny. So we've got Harwood Bellis, we've got Tommy Doyle looking very, very good. We've got Adrian Banabi, who is, when he runs and he's on the ball with his hair and everything, he looks very Messi-like. Not his hair, Lionel Messi-like. So we've got all these young kids coming through thinking, wow, this is pretty exciting. If we got Maguire, it would link up great. If we got Maguire, he would link up great with Mahrez. Yeah, maybe. No, I only saw his goals. His one hand. Steve Black's vying for Blue Hearts Joker on the Man City Fan TV channel. Keeper had one hand. So it's exciting times, very exciting times for City fans now, thinking we've got some real prospects coming through into the squad. Maybe not now, but certainly in the next 2 years, where some of these kids are going to be sort of 19, 20. That's really good news. So we've talked about the Sane, we talked about the Kitchie game. What else has come through? Yes, another thing was quite interesting, which I thought was, I was reading an article by Gary Birtles, he writes an column about Forest and talking about Forest's tour game and the fact that Muric looks like Muric. He had a bit of a shocker in their first one. He wasn't very good. They got beat 3-1, I think it was, but then they've just beaten, who was it now? 1-0, which is quite a big team. And apparently Muric had an absolute worldie of a game. And obviously Costel Pantilimon is there as well. And there was the talk of, who's going to be the starter next season. And Gary Birtles says, definitely got to be Muric. Definitely got to be Muric as the starter. So you look at poor Costel Pantilimon, goes to Forest thinking, I'm the number one. And on loan goes Muric. And you've got a legend like Gary Birtles at Forest saying, oh, definitely Muric, he looks absolutely superb. So hopefully Muric will get a lot of game time at Forest. and have a really good season, because by all accounts, reading what Gary Birtles said about the pre-season games with Forest, he had a not so good game in the first one, but his second game was brilliant. Muric is young, so hard to judge yet. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, of course it is. I mean, he's not done anything particularly brilliant for City or done anything wrong, really, but he needs game time. Well, I know the quiz stuff counts, but you are new king of... And in the Champions League ban, oh, sorry, can you repeat that? They stay up literally for about 4 or 5 seconds, and by the time I read something else, yours is fading, so I do apologise. If you can keep it short and just post it again, I'll try and answer that. Any tips for approaching people at the game? Is it for you, mate? Because I'll be really honest with you. I know how old you are, and, you know, you've got to be very careful, mate, because you're going to be, if you want to do that, you're going to be approaching adults, and it's not really the right thing to do. So ideally you need to be at least over 16, 17, 18 to be doing stuff like that, unless you've got a parent with you, if I'm being honest. So it's hard enough for adults to approach other adults, never mind young teenagers maybe. I don't know how old exactly you are, but young teenagers to approach adults. Maybe I would start off, if I was being honest, if you're going to do something like that, football fan chat, I would start off with maybe approaching, if you see a family with kids, maybe ask them, can I speak to the kids, and interview them. That'll get you building a bit of confidence, but I certainly be very wary of approaching adults around football stadiums at your age, just so you don't want to put yourself in any situation. And I would hope that you're not doing it on your own. I'd hope you're doing that with a parent with you. You want to be responsible, so I'd be very careful. I'd probably stick to somebody around about your own age level, or younger even, and that way you'll be the older person if you're going to do that. But I will try and stay clear from adults, unless you've got an adult with you who is happy to maybe sort of chaperone you and introduce you to the adults. I'd be very, very careful about it. That's my own personal advice. You'll do whatever it is that you want to do. What else? Anything else before I go? Stop it, Steve. You can't wriggle out of it. There will be someone along to take the crown before you know it. Douglas Luiz, what about him? Yeah, what do you want to know about Douglas Luiz? Andy, do you predict? Oh, sorry, it went. Mind my biscuits. Maguire is at City Training Centre reportedly. Really? I'd be surprised about that. I'll be very surprised. Where's that rumour from? Can you post a link? It'd be interesting to know who's posted that one. Might be true, I have no idea, but I'll be very, very surprised if Maguire is at City Training Centre right now. Because if he is, then it means that Otamendi or Danilo are on the way out of the club. Was that a no then? Sorry, a no to what, Craig? Bernardine, we are not worthy to dunk hobnobs. Yeah, Maguire is there getting his name on it. More than likely. Gary Birtles or Tony Woodcock? What are you asking me? Which one did I prefer? Football fan chat, Andy? Rubbing? Biscuits? Sorry, Craig, you're losing me. I'm just getting sort of random words and I don't really know what, trying to put a sentence together. Rubbish. Jam roly-poly for afters later. Enjoy. In my world, there can be two kings, Bernard. Andy, do you predict future Premier League games? I'm not a psychic. Donuts. Was on Cavas. I've no idea what that means, mate. I've no idea. Inter Milan are in for Otamendi. Okay. Doesn't surprise me, though he has said, and I said it on the live vlogs before, he has come out and said the only real club he wants to move to overseas is Valencia. What puddings are there in Burma? Don't know, I've not tried any, mate. I'll be honest with you. I don't really eat puddings. I'm not a pudding person. Donuts, you heathen. Maguire report on Cavers. I don't even know who Cava is, mate, so I've no idea who Cover is. Never heard of him. Is that your mate? My biscuits. Is that no? What are you saying, Craig? Ask me the question again because it don't make any sense still. Hiya, Andy. Sorry I'm late. What have I missed? Loads, Sam Jarvis. You'll have to watch it back. Cover Sky reporter. Still don't know who he is. I'll be honest with you. Is it? So you're saying it's some Sky reporter on Twitter is saying something? Did you find the tune? Oh, Steve Black. Yes, I did. Really, thank you. You reminded me. Who was it who asked? Was it you, Steve, or was it Blueheart who mentioned it? I can't remember. When one of the pilots came with my driver and picked me up this morning, we were getting the bus, like a crew bus. Hi Andy, hope the stream continues. Thank you, Abhishek. I said to him, I know, I've got a question that somebody was asking me last night. I didn't say on Man City Fan TV stream. I just said, do you guys do you chew like a leaf and things like that? And is it called petel or something like that? And I said it makes it go red and people spit it on the streets and things like that. I said, because I've not seen anybody since I've been here. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody when I've been here before. And he said, oh, yeah. Not asking again, didn't want a bloody biscuit anyway. To Craig, I'm sorry, mate, you're not making any sense. And he said, oh, yeah. I said, so people still do it. Bettel, might be Bettel. Was it, Steve? And he said, oh, yeah. I said, so did they still do that? And he said, well, a couple of years ago, the government cracked down on it because the streets were full of like red spit everywhere. And now the police and things don't view it as the thing to do in public because lots of complaints and things were happening. But the training centre I was in today, one of the training rooms, there was a load of young guys. Andy, did you say that City's new TV channel was rubbish for $1.99? No, I didn't say that at all. And they were fixing all new air conditioning into one of the training rooms. And one of the guys came out and I was having a very broken English, but he was chatting to me and all his teeth were bright red and orange. So clearly he'd been, but it rots your teeth and apparently it's like the Scandinavians had with the tobacco. Apparently it gives the rate of mouth cancer and things significantly increased. So yes, it still does go on, but it's not viewed upon in a good light. That new City TV is good. They streamed the full game. They did, but it didn't work. Subscribe to City Channel today. That docu is made. It's brilliant. It's an excellent documentary. Yeah, they had problems with the stream today. Loads of problems. What do you think of City's away kit? Which one? The black one or the third kit? I don't mind the black one. I'm not a kit person, so I'm probably the wrong. I always keep saying I'm the wrong person to give any opinions on kits because I just never buy them. I never have done. I've never been one for kits and merchandise and things like that. So in Salford, the streets are full of rich. Yeah, the government should actually frown upon them, shouldn't they? Get rid of them. I've got black away. I actually like that. That's grown on me. When I first saw it, I was thinking, oh my God, it's like licorice all sorts. But more I see it, I think, wow, it's actually quite nice. I like that. And even the home kit, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, what's all this on the shoulders? And Phil Surety, who I did a couple of the vlogs with and things like that. Thanks, Doug. I'll be around tomorrow. I'll be doing some streaming, so if you're around, I've got a day off tomorrow here, so I'll be still here until Friday morning. And when he came on one of the vlogs, he had it on. And actually, when I looked at it, I thought, that's nice. I'm flying back first thing Friday morning, so I've got the day off here tomorrow. I don't think you can go wrong with the black. It looks nice. I must admit, it does look really nice. Kits always grow on me. I always look at them first and think, oh, they're horrible. And then the more I see them, they're actually not too bad. And then, quite like that. When you back to normal, what me personally, have I really lost the plot that much while I've been in Yangon? What do you mean back to normal? When am I back in the UK doing normal stuff? Well, I won't get back till Friday night. and then I've got Saturday, Sunday off, and then Monday morning I fly to Dublin, and I'm in Dublin for 3 days, 2 days, 3 days training. For me, the training kits are more, well, I tend to look at the training kits and think, I like that, I like that, I like that, hoodie, or I like that t-shirt, or I like that whatever, more than I do so with the kits, just because I never buy the kits. So though I am biased, that black is good. I actually like the black. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if that third kit grew on me. Security's been stepped up at Manchester Airport for you. Yeah, you'll never hit normal landing. No, I know I won't. They were in the 4th division. Yeah, I'm not normal. Let's see how I played for Ash United in 1987-89. What colour do you think looks best on kit besides black? I have no idea. That spot is now mine. It is definitely mine. This is the spot I'm coming to every time I do a live vlog. It's perfect. Yeah, very comfortable chairs. It's nice and cool. It's not noisy. So it's the perfect spot in the corner, because nobody ever sits here. There's nobody here. I've never seen anyone sit here. Maroon and black. Maroon and black. Oh, don't get me wrong. I have my favourite kits that I absolutely adore. I still won't buy them, but I absolutely adore certain kits. You are younger than me. I have a soft spot for. That's still possibly my favourite. It's still possibly the black and red is still my favourite. The old one, 70s one, is still my favourite. I like the Umbro black and red stripe. I still think that's possibly one of the best kits we've ever had, and I still keep saying I wish we would have that kit back. I'm delivering some training out here for some pilots, mate. But another one, hey fam, Channer B, what's going on, Guam fam, is the white with the black and red sash. I just love that, absolutely love it. The Umbro one with David Silva, it's just classic, absolutely brilliant. La Ciel Bleu, you're 63, I'm not that old. I have the original black and red So Heavy material. Just a wonderful, wonderful kit. I love it. I mean, if I was going to buy anything, you know what I actually looked at? I thought, do you remember when they came out for the, when was it they were wearing it? Was it for the last game of the season or Wembley? Was it the Wembley game when they came out and trained in the red and black striped sort of V-neck jersey type of thing? Any centre-backs? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. Was it for the FA Cup final against Watford they were wearing it? That I really like. If I was going to buy something, I'd buy something like that. Knit the chair, smuggle it. Smuggle it in your boxer shorts, you cheeky fucker. There's no room in there, mate. Yeah, that red and black one. It was the FA Cup one, wasn't it? If you had to buy a kit, what number would you have? I'd probably have to, between two numbers, which probably throughout my days of playing football, I always wore. Mainly. Before somebody says 13 or 14, no, it wasn't. Number 7 or number 10. I played probably more in number 7, but I played the majority of my bigger games in number 10. So yeah, probably 7 or 10. I'd be number 8 after King Colin. So yeah, I'd probably go for maybe 7 or 10 if I had to choose a number. If it's a player, it would be David Silva. It'd be 21. But Neil McNabb looked mint in that kit. I would love City to have Adidas as kit sponsors. Don't know if it's true, but heard we fell out with Adidas. No mate Soz. I would pick 10. Yeah, 10. Probably. I'd probably go for 10 or, I don't know, maybe 7 or 10. I'm not one of them. Probably. No room in your boxers that taste. Yeah, you cheeky buggers. So, what else? Is there anything else we need to talk about? I'm trying to think what I was looking at, because I haven't got my laptop now. And I did open up about 3 or 4 stories I was going to talk about. Has to be 1 to 9. Watching the pennies. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I don't know how much they cost now. I've no idea. Centre back. I don't think we'll buy. I honestly don't think we'll sign one. I think Pep will probably try and convince. I don't unless Leicester are going to drop the price. City are not going to pay 90 million quid for him. No chance. And certainly not on the salary that was rumoured of 280 grand a week. No chance in a million years. Centre back before the window closes. Who's Stephen Clark? Who? You know, City are not going to. They're not going to pay 90 million quid for if Leicester are trying to hold out for that. The Argentine lad and the deal is being rumoured to be close. I've said that every single day, haven't we? Oh, and there's new news. Oh, and there's new news. You choose 99, 60 million and 125. I would. I've said Bernard all along. I'm not bothered about the fee. I'm really not. It's not my money. It's not our money. And the fee is amortised over 5-6 year contract anyway, so it's irrelevant. So if we paid 100 million for him, let's say, I'm not that fussed if we paid 100 million. What concerns me is the salary. If the rumours are true of 280 grand a week, then what that does then is start upsetting the dressing room. I'm sure the players aren't going to argue with Harry Maguire over his salary, but agents are going to start getting involved. Like I've said before, if he was to come in on the rumoured 280 grand a week, he's now on the same level as Sergio Aguero. He's one level below Kevin De Bruyne on 325 grand a week. Bernardo Silva's just signed a brand new contract last year, an extended contract early in the year, and he's on what, 160 grand a week? He's just been named player of the season. He's been phenomenal. What's Bernardo Silva's agent going to turn around to City? It's going to be a knock on Ferran's door and go, "Can I have a word?" my player of the season, has just signed a contract for 160 grand a week, and you're paying a centre back 280 grand a week. I think we need to renegotiate. So it causes loads and loads of problems. Now I said, if it was someone like Mbappe coming in on 400 grand a week, you wouldn't have a problem with that because of the profile of the player and blah, blah, blah. And I don't think any of the other players and their agents are going to be that fussed about it. They might do in the future when they start renegotiating. But Maguire coming into City on 280 grand a week is absolutely absurd. Absolutely madness. Madness. United will pay that. City won't pay that. So, unless the rumours are true with Aki, a rumoured 40 million. But then again, you've also got to bear in mind now, we've been talking about Aki on the channel now for, 3-4 weeks. We still don't know whether that rumour is definitely true or not. Pep might not be interested in Aki in whatsoever. But let's say it is true. Let's say now the window is the clock is ticking. I'd rather give Laporte. So would I. So would I, definitely, Jason. The window is ticking down to its closure. Now, if you're Eddie Howe and City coming going, they on the grapevine know Tommy Caton was 16. Tommy Caton was a wonderful player, absolutely wonderful player. You're Eddie Howe, and let's say the rumour on the grapevine is Otamendi is going to Valencia. You know the chances are City are going to potentially need to replace him. Now, they know already that City are not going to pay that money. They're not going to pay that money for Maguire, and they're certainly not going to break the wage structure at Manchester City by bringing in Harry Maguire on 280 grand a week. What would you do? I'll ask you the question rather than me giving my opinion all the time. What would you do as Eddie Howe if City came in and the rumours were 40 million quid? What would you do? Yeah. But you imagine you're the Bournemouth board and you're Eddie Howe, and you know Otamendi is going to Valencia, so City need to replace him. They're not going to go into the season with the loss of him. Sell him. So what, you just go sell him for 40 million quid? Would you really, Chan Herb? As a businessman? If I knew City needed to sign a centre-back and we're not going to pay 90 million quid and 280 grand a week for Maguire, as time goes on, Eddie Howe will put a figure up to 60. There you go. And that's what will happen. Because Eddie Howe doesn't want to lose. Don't buy him, buy Aki. Eddie Howe won't want to lose Aki. He certainly wouldn't. And the board won't. They are canny, very, very canny. They'll just sit back and go, no chance. I'll tell you what, give us, all right, let's say Harry Maguire was 90 million. City are rumoured at 40 million. Let's go in between. Tell you what, give us 70 million quid. Give us 65 million quid. City got piss off, I'm not paying 65 million quid. Negotiations will start, and before you know it, that 40 million quid will suddenly become 55, 60 million quid. Because Bournemouth and City are desperate to sign a centre-back now. They're not going to just go first off of 40 million quid, okay, let's shake on it and blah, 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 blah. No chance. Why would they get rid of a very, very good young player? So this is why everything has to be on the hush. And City need to secure the release of somebody like Danilo or the likes of Otamendi to try and get Ake at around about 40 million quid. Otherwise, it starts becoming 60 million quid, 65 million quid. And then you're into the realms of, is it worth that much money? All right, his salary's not going to be anywhere near what we pay for Maguire. But it starts becoming very, very expensive. He's a boiled City fan, blag him. We won't get Ake for 40 million. I'll be surprised. They're the rumours that were originally. I would be very surprised in this modern day market. For somebody who's so good, who counts against home for homegrown, I'd be very, very surprised if Harry Maguire at 26 is going for 90 million quid and 280 grand a week. And City have not put any official bids in for Maguire. City going from Ake. They'd be fools not to say, well, you're going to have to pay a premium for him. He's homegrown. He's only 24. He's a wonderful player. You won't have to pay him 280 grand a week, but you're going to have to pay us 60, 65 million for him. That's what's going to happen. They're not going to be stupid enough to let him go for 40 million quid. It's a bargain. That's an absolute bargain in this market. So I've got a feeling City will, Maguire holds 17 million to Leicester. Yeah, 17 million suddenly becomes, 90, 95 million quid? I mean, it's madness. All right, maybe there's a premium because he's English. So, but whether he's English or homegrown, it's irrelevant, really. I just think it's a lot of money. Like I said, I'm not bothered about the fee. I'm just worried about the wages. Now, if it was 90 million quid and 180 grand a week, let's say, I'd say, well, go for it. Go for it. No problem with that whatsoever. I'm not bothered about the fee. As long as the wages don't break the structure and upset the players and agents and things like that. Pay 95 million, 100 million if you want to. Buy him. As long as you don't break the wage structure. But not if it's anywhere near 280 grand a week. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Yes, it has gone quiet. It'd be interesting to see what happens with that. The Cancelo thing's just gone totally silent. But I've said it for weeks and weeks. I think that deal was dead weeks ago. I think 3 weeks or plus I've said, I think the Cancelo things are dead, has died a death. You think he'll wait till Jan? I mean, that's the possibility. Will not break the structure as it's made us, absolutely. They will not want to do that. Bellis is good enough now for me. I think he fried and pen. I am totally in agreement with you, albeit we've only seen him in these pre-season games. But he looks class. Beginning to think we're going. I agree with you, Bernard. I don't think I'd be surprised. What would concern me is if Danilo demands to go and we don't replace him as cover for right back, because we're not sure what's happening with Luke Bolton. We know John Stones can possibly play right back, so there could be cover there. But it all depends on whether Danilo really wants to go. He might wait right until the last minute, which is worrying. Cancelo is in no man's land. Sarri said he can go. He wants to go too. Yeah, it's the price. 60 million quid. It's a lot of money. A lot of money for one. If you watch the Cancelo, was it the transfer video I did back about a month ago, or over a month ago on him, said he was exceptional going forward. Poor defensively, very poor. And that was from 3 separate sport analysis papers on him. All three of them said brilliant going forward. Not great defensively at all. Gets caught out of position too many times. And in the Premier League versus Serie A, you don't want to be caught out of position. If you get caught out of position in Serie A, imagine what it's going to be like in the Premier League. So I'll be surprised if the Cancelo one. It might be totally wrong. Something might come in at the last minute. We might do a deal with Juve, but I think it's dead in the water. Same with the centre backs. I've just got a feeling, like people have said on here. I think we'll just go with what we've got. I reckon that all we need now is a centre back for this transfer window. Who? But that's the thing. It's all right saying, well, we think, I think, you think, he thinks, and who are you going to get, and how, and who's that going to be? Because so far at the moment we've got a choice of, well, there's a choice of loads of players, but really you're looking at Harry Maguire, Nathan Ake, that we're rumoured with, and they're only rumours. We don't know if City's put an official bid in for Maguire. We certainly don't know whether anything is true with the Ake rumours. No, nothing true in those rumours. So, who else are we going to get? Because we're certainly not going to pay Harry Maguire 280 grand a week. Fernandinho used to go there. Well, that's the thing. We've still got cover of the top six. Has anyone strengthened tremendously? Spurs. Spurs possibly have done some decent business this summer. I think it's still going to depend on whether they keep Eriksen or not. And I think that'll go, I've got a feeling that's going to go right to the wire. Stones needs to, what was that, English Mastiff? Why break wage structure? I don't think we will. I don't think we will, and that's my point about Maguire. I don't think we will break the wage structure, Craig. I just don't think that's City's model anymore. Stones in an interview was positive. I think it's going to be Stones and Laporte that'll start the season. And let's hope that all the personal troubles off the pitch are now finished with John Stones, and he can focus solely on getting back to the form that he's shown for City. We've got centre back. We have got centre back cover in Fernandinho. I'd be surprised if he's a regular starter at centre back, but he's definitely cover. We've now got Harwood Bellis. We've got Eric Garcia. Since you have sat in that chair, the stream has been perfect. Can you? Yeah. Man United decent. Wash your mouth out. Yeah. Who said? Did I miss that? Who said Man United are decent? Well, we got a United fan on. Yeah, this is my perfect spot now, so I know exactly where the Wi-Fi works in the hotel. Don't go anywhere near the hotel rooms or near the front of the hotel. What's happened to Stone's season ago? I think he had a lot of personal problems off the field. You know that he split up with his girlfriend, his long-time girlfriend, and blah blah blah. And I think there was a lot of stuff off the field. Rob Beard, hi Andy. What personal problems does that mean? No, I don't think it was anything to do with that. Because I think he's pretty much a fairly model professional. He's had a lot of sort of girlfriend trouble and things off the field. He's asked her to leave the home and all that type of stuff and blah blah blah. So I think he's had a lot of off-field stuff going on with his personal life, and we know what it's like. It's constantly there, even though you like to say, leave all your troubles at home, and you can't. It's always there. So I think hopefully now that seems to have been resolved, let's say, hopefully, maybe he can focus back on his football again 100%. And I'm sure Pep's put an arm around him and said, look, you're still in my plans, kid. Don't worry about it. Because Pep really rates him. He really does. Bugger, I never lasted long. He really rates him. He really, really does. So I'm thinking, I don't think there'll be any more signings, really. Evening, Danny. You all right, mate? I agree, Steve. I think we need partner competition. For Gabby, there's another player that I'm hoping, after a wonderful Copa America, I hope he comes back looking really sharp. I thought that was Kyle Walker. No, that was Walker. There was Walker's back with his original girlfriend. No, Stones had also had an issue back in January, February time. So that's been ongoing for a while. Walker got back with his ex-girlfriend. No, Stones has been going on now for about 6 months, 7 months. He does need to prove. Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree. And I'm not trying to stick up for him from a playing point because he did have a couple of shockers, but these two are like twins. We will do, though. Transfer ban might change. Yeah, well, we're still waiting on that transfer ban. If we get one, will be down to FIFA, not UEFA. So we're still waiting to hear what's happened with that. KDB, Gabby, Mahrez, and Mendy need a great season. They do. KDB, I think you're almost guaranteed a great season as long as he stays injury free. Mendy will have to wait and see. It's up to Mahrez now. He's had a year. He's had a great AFCON. Totally up to him. And Gabby, if he gets more regular chances, run of games rather than one here, one there, one here, one there. But will he? That's the thing. No, the ban will be full transfer ban, not just youth players. It'd be the same as Chelsea. Chelsea got the 2-window ban, not 2 years, 2-window ban for signing 29 under 18 players. City are being investigated by FIFA for signing 9 players. So if you look at it in isolation, you look at what Chelsea got from the ban, even though they've appealed it and that's been thrown out. A 2-window transfer ban for 29 players. We signed 9. That's what's being investigated. What's the chances we get a 4-window ban for signing 9? So you'd think that we should only maybe get a 1-window ban if it's proven to be true. Knowing FIFA, they'll probably try and give us a 2-year ban or something like that, just for 9 players. But that is still ongoing, and nothing has really happened as yet, even though there was all the media reports by likes of Martin Lipton, the journalist, saying, oh, FIFA are going to have this done and dusted within the next week or 2. Bullshit. Nothing's happened. Nothing at all. And that was 5-6 weeks ago. He was going, it's going to be done in the next 2 weeks. Nonsense, absolute. My sources say garbage, absolute garbage. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's hope youth comes through because of the ban. Well, you know, sometimes it forces your hand, doesn't it? Now our Leeds lock you on Prime. Don't worry, we won't be banned. We'll pay. Yeah, we will get a huge ban and have to sell our place to pay for me. Yeah. Sane's going for 7 million. Yeah. So we'll wait and see. We're no further down the line with news on the FIFA ban, if I'm being honest. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. As far as UEFA, nothing on that one. And I've always said it, and I've said it all along. I don't think anything will come of the UEFA investigation. I really don't. I really don't. And if it does, a City will tie him up in court for years over it. And FIFA don't want that. UEFA, don't want that negative publicity. They don't want lots of things coming out because at the moment there's lots of drip feeding of information, even in extra footy league stuff about UEFA officials, corrupt payments and things like that. So they're having to tread very carefully. Are you sightseeing tomorrow? I am going. I'm going to go downtown. It's one of the pilots I messaged him before because he said download Grab app on your phone and you can book taxis through them. So I just said, from this hotel, how far is it? Because I'm not sure where I was in relation to downtown. And he said, no, it's only about 11 miles. It'll only cost you about 5,000 in a taxi. And I was like, 5,000, right, okay, $3. It cost me $3 US. So I'm going to go down and have a wander around the markets and things like that. And down by, because it's right on the water at the bottom, so there's nice rivers and things like that. So I'll have a wander around there. I went down there for a brief few hours when I was here the first time, but not to where I want to go tomorrow. So I'm just going to go and have a wander around this market area and shopping centres and things. And good shout out, pics and a video. Yeah, I'll try and do a live stream if I can while I'm down there. Where are you? I'm in Myanmar. You seem nice and chilled. I am, because I'm finished. I don't have to be thinking, oh shit, I need to go to bed. Because today caught up with me time-wise. So Last night I didn't get to sleep until about, I don't know, 1:45 in the morning. I was up at 5 o'clock. So by about 10 o'clock this morning training, I was absolutely goosed. I felt like I'd not been to bed. And now I've perked up again. And I don't have to look at my clock going, oh shit, I need to go to bed. I'm finished. So it don't matter what time I get up in the morning. So I'll, today, what was that? I'm sorry, football fan chat, I missed that. And Danny, I do apologise, they've just gone off because I was looking at my watch. So yeah, I've no rush to go to bed. Doesn't really matter. Formerly Burma, yeah, exactly, spot on. Sani's going nowhere, I agree. I don't think he will. What time are you at now? We're 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours ahead of you in the UK. Comfy chair. You upset Spanish? Yeah. They're so comfy, these. I'm gonna have, where I sit in my house. Need to go to Birmingham. I tell you what, mate. You do, honestly. The people are absolutely amazing. The beautiful people, wonderful, very safe. Honestly, unless you go right up north on the border, but round Yangon, around Myanmar here in the capital, people are absolutely lovely. Really, really nice. Nick the chair, I'd love to. Lots of lady entertainment there. What do you do on the aviation training? This couple of days I've been doing human factors. So what have I been having for my tea? Different things. I've had vermicelli with chicken. I've had rice dishes. I've had all sorts of different things. Yang a minute. yeah. No, today I've been doing human factors. So all about the human elements and the causes, basically, about how to avoid human error, decision making, situational awareness, the way we process information, automation philosophy, all things like that. They're the things that generally why aircraft crash. It's not the aircraft, it's the pilots. I've been, flow planes, mate, yeah. You're not nicking that chair, not from there. I need you to be free from Burmese rice biscuits. I haven't tried that. Is that a real thing? I haven't tried them. I must admit, I haven't tried them. I've not tried any desserts or anything while I've been here. I have tried a couple of biscuits, though, that was in the training centre. No, Burmese rice biscuits. Was that a joke or something? I don't know. I'm not normally... I'll have a couple of Tunnets tea cakes and that's about it, but I'm not really a biscuity person either. So tomorrow I'm going to get a taxi down. Don't know what time. I'm not going to set my alarm. I'm going to get up. But the only problem being we're 5.5 hours ahead. Andy could fit that chair down his pants. Stop it. No, nothing can fit down these pants, mate. Burmese rice biscuits. Yeah, Burmese rice biscuits. What's your take on the Boeing situation? Are you talking about the 737 MAX and the problems that have been ongoing? Is that what you're talking about? I'm assuming. It's not been good publicity for Boeing, not at all. But they'll get the fix. The rumours are that they'll get the approval to go back flying. It's changed. It should have been August. I think it'll probably push back till around about November, December, when they'll get the approval from all the authorities, and then they'll be back out flying again. Now that they've got the fix, and it just depends on what the authorities do with regards to whether authorities demand that they want simulator training on the system, or whether they just do some ground school training with it. So have a nice one, mate. Cheers. Thanks, Craig. You take care, buddy. Come back with DC-10. DC-10, God. How did the inflatable co-pilot get on? He actually done very well today. Very, very well. But he went down quite quickly. Sup, Andy? Dragon Meat? How's it going, brother? I'll go down. I'll try and get some photos. I'll try and do some videoing and things like that around Yangon. Did he win the quiz? He did. He was amazing. Better than you. You think you're the best on Man City Fan TV. No, this guy was brilliant. Don't forget, you asked for the music quiz. I don't know when I'm going to get time to do that. It was him. I was actually, he was one of the pilots today. I'm going to the FA community. Am I going? Yes, I'm going. Sanjay, yeah, I'm going. There's a load of us going down. Like the inflatable pilot in the film, yeah. I am the best. Do a quiz on Hong Kong. Oh, my all-time favourite. Oh, my all-time favourite cartoon. Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah, I don't know whether I have any questions. Man City beat Kitchie. They did Dragon Meat. They absolutely did. Where's Dragon Meat? Where are you from? Dragon Meat. #1 super guy he was. Brilliant. Jumps in the drawers and out he goes. Always letting myself down. How long is the flight? Well, it's not a direct flight. It was a long flight. I got up on Sunday morning at 4 o'clock. I flew out of Manchester to Doha in Qatar. I should have had 3.5 hours, but the aircraft was delayed out of Manchester. So I had about 1 hour and 40 minutes there from Corking Island. And then it was a 6.5 hour flight from Doha to Yangon. So yeah, it was a long day. I got up Sunday morning at 4 o'clock and I arrived Yangon time 6:30 the next morning, Monday morning. So yeah, it was a long flight. Your subs are now over 8.8. Yeah, they have. I'll tell you what, they've done really well over the last. It stalled for a bit, obviously because of Bernard. I know obviously you go on Ray's channel and things like that, and that's no problem with me whatsoever. Obviously when the rabbing thing and everything exploded and all over Twitter, and obviously Ray leaving Man City Fan TV, I lost hundreds of people off Twitter. Well, I've already now gone past 4K follows on Twitter, and we lost probably, I would say, about 300 subscribers off Man City Fan TV, and that was fine. So what we've done is we've worked hard, and yeah, we've broke through the 8,008. Well, I think last time I looked, we were 8,800 and something. So we've recouped about, I don't know, 400, 500 subscribers in the last 4 or 5 weeks, which is fantastic. So fingers crossed, hopefully before the season starts, might get through the 9K barrier, which was a target I was hoping for. So we'll wait and see, and then onwards and upwards through the season. Hopefully we can push through the I'm not putting any time limit on it. Hopefully we can push through the 10K at some point before Christmas, maybe. I don't think we'll have 1 million, mate, I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's 1 million Man City fans. I might have 1 million if we were an Arsenal one, or a United, or a Liverpool maybe, or a Chelsea, but not City. It's going to take years before YouTube channels hit through that type of figures. You only have to look at Cheesy and Stephen McInerney, Steam Company. Stephen's been going for years, and he's only got, well, I'd say only, I'd like his subscribers, 28,000. That's a big difference compared to nearly 500,000 plus for the United stand, and 1 million for Arsenal Fan TV. I mean, it's significantly different. We just don't have the fan base. We just do not have the fan base to reach that type of level. We just don't. It's that simple. So it is what it is. But I'm not. Me and Ray never set up the channel to get 1 million subscribers, and that was our goal. Nothing like that. So I'll be honest with you. I'm just happy with whatever we get, and if it grows organically and we get 10,000, then we get 10,000. Great. If we don't, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. 10K tips for getting 1K subs. I found that it was hard for us when we set it up. We had a really good run, and then it just stalled. And I think we found it quite difficult to get to 1,000. It took us months and months and months, and it was pretty frustrating because it goes very slow, then all of a sudden you get a big chunk of people, and then you get an even bigger chunk, and then it just stops, and it's very hard. get some flyers out downtown. Hey, I am gonna try and find out because they're all United fans. The only shirts you see here are United. You don't see anything. Yeah, but you bring fun to the channel. Like I said, I always thought the channel and these live vlogs is just having a chat down the pub. You could be sat here on that chair and have an inflatable. Yeah. Mahrez for Ballon d'Or. I doubt it. Dean, come on. But he's had a brilliant AFCON, so I hope he comes back, firing on all cylinders. Diego Fallon plays for Kitchie, really? Didn't know that. Just ask Liverpool, they had 1 million at their no, allegedly. So, yeah, it stalled. It stalled, and it took us months, and it was very frustrating because we wanted to hit that 1K mark. So, yeah, it's hard work. It's hard. It's putting in. I mean, you have to put in hard work. You have to be dedicated. You have to be consistent. You can't complain about anything. And what certainly my personal opinion is, for me, it's about you. It's not about me and telling you my life story. I don't sit here going, okay, so let me tell you what I've done today, and I've done this and I've done that, and I could do. I'd probably bore you to death. So for me, it's more about you guys and what do you think, and who are you, and do you have to like? But you've got to definitely like biscuits. If you don't, you'll never break through the 1,000 subscriber barrier. Never in a million years. So talk about biscuits, and you'll be on 1,000 before you know it. Have you got an Instagram? Because that helps us. Yes, MCFC fan channel. MCFC fan channel. That's the Instagram account. Don't trust anyone. No, don't trust anybody who doesn't like biscuits. I definitely don't. I don't care what biscuits they are. You can like what you like. But if you don't like biscuits, no, definitely don't trust you. Have you ever eaten ginger nuts? Of course I have. Very good. We've had a massive growth spurt, then stops. How did you get it? Sorry. You had a massive growth spurt, and then how did it get 8K, was that? I've already broken through 1,000, and I've done... Yeah, I bet you have. Mr. C, Sections, has he gone off now? He came on earlier. I don't think he's back on. I'm just wondering, did he really eat all of those biscuits already that I sent him? If he did, that is properly gluttonous. I'm telling you, because there were loads in there. I think there were 3 full packs of normal biscuits, hobnobs and Jaffa cakes, and chocolate digestives and things like that. You have done well. I can't get 1K. Lost almost a stone in 5 weeks and missing my biscuits. Well done you, mate. Congratulations, that's mine. I need to go on a bit of a diet. I must admit, lose a bit of this keg before football season starts. You could hear him munching for about 5 miles. I can't believe did he really say, I'm sure he said on one of the vlogs the other day, that him and his wife had finished them off. He only got them. He sent me a message saying thanks. That was, when that was it over last weekend or something? Yeah, he must have been, because I only sent them, I think, on Friday. He got them Saturday. And there were tons in there. There were loads of biscuits, loads. So he can't have it all them. Does Man City winning trophies help or hinder your sub count? You know what, Dean? When you look at the analytics, I'm not too sure. I tell you, winning trophy is a difference. I'll tell you what. This is definitely true. Obviously, when you run a YouTube channel, you have analytics. Now, I've become quite heavily involved. I never used to be as much, but now I do a lot of work on the analytics side. So I do a lot of research on it, and I do follow it quite closely. But put that to one side. What I will tell you for certain is, because we've been very, very successful as a club, not the channel, as a club, and we've done really, really well recently, I found that the subs fluctuate. Some days, some matches you might hit a couple of thousand, 3,000 views, something. It's a decent day. When we got beat by Palace, when we lost to Spurs in the 4-3 game in the Champions League, they went absolutely through the roof. Because obviously opposition people are tuning in, wanting to see what Man City Fan TV, for example, what the fans are saying, because they know we interview fans before and after the game in particular. That's why I think Arsenal Fan TV is so popular. You know, tell they were sponsored deal with that. Hey, that would be great, wouldn't it? That'd be amazing. Free biscuits for all subscribers. That's why I think Arsenal Fan TV. Yeah, I agree, Ocean Rage. That's the thing, because the simple task is football fan chat. If you want to know, and Dean, if you want to know, you go over to Arsenal Fan TV and you go back a couple of seasons, videos. You look at all the ones where Arsenal have won, the post-match interviews with DT and Troops and all of the others. You look at the views on those, they'll still be high because it's Arsenal Fan TV. But you look at those compared to the games where they've lost and Troops and DT and everyone else are ranting and raving, they are significantly higher. And maybe that's the problem with City. And our fan channels is the fact that you interview somebody after the game, everyone's happy. Everyone's like, yeah, great game, great goal by so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. Yet when you interview fans after the game when they've been defeated, it was, oh, you know, I'll be honest though, I must admit, I don't think I hardly had any rants. City TV could do a laugh at the Rags chat. We could do. I don't even think after the Spurs game, because I came out of that Champions League quarter-final and I wasn't bothered. I'll be honest with you, I really wasn't that bothered. I just went speaking to people saying that was an amazing game of football. I really enjoyed it, even though we got beat and we went out, and the drama at the end, drama, yeah, beyond belief. Yeah, of course there's drama. When you win a quadruple, there's nothing. Exactly, I totally, that is my point. And I came out of that stadium after watching us go out of the Champions League against Spurs, and I was just still. Has the Chelsea guy on the movie quiz been on since? Chelsea guy? Don't know who that is. And I just thought, I've just seen a wonderful, wonderful game of football. After Spurs game, couldn't be bothered showing. I actually walked out, and I really, you know, like I felt when we got beat by United 3-2, when we could have won the league, Pogba's goals. And I walked out there going, fucking typical City. This is just typical City. You know, frustrated. Obviously, it was a derby. I expected to walk out of that game, in hindsight, after we've got knocked out of the Champions League with that disallowed goal and VAR and everything. I expected to be really frustrated, thinking, I can't believe it. I didn't. I walked out going, that's one of the best games of football I think I've ever seen live. It was just amazing. And when I was interviewing fans outside the ground, I thought they might have been a bit irate, and they weren't. They almost had the same sort of thought process as me, just saying, what meant to happen? What a brilliant game of football, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I wish the VAR was this, but on the whole, you didn't get any City fans going, fucking this, and fucking Van up and this, and Pep Guardiola this, and nothing. It just isn't. And I don't think our fan base is like that. Sorry, my battery's running out, so I'm going in a second. I don't think a fan base is like that. Now, if this would have been, I tell you what would have been brilliant. If this was back in my days when I was following City in the, well, I started in the 70s, but imagine if I'm older, let's say 87, 88, if I was doing this then at Main Road through the 90s, we'd probably double what Arsenal Fan TV have got, because in those days it was proper, yeah, it'd be funny, but it'd also be just embarrassing to watch the fans saying, what a load of shite this is. But it's great being a Man City fan. But these days, yeah, we've got nothing to complain about. Nothing. And that's why I think I read a few tweets today on Twitter going on about the City TV app, and it's disgraceful and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just thinking, for $1.99, really? I mean, for God's sake, you know, is it the end of the world? You haven't seen the game and it goes off for a little bit. Yeah, it's frustrating, but is it worth tweeting the club about it? Really? You know. So yeah, they need to sort the TV app out, but I'm not going to lose certainly any sleep over it. But anyway, yeah, back in the 80s and 90s, Bernard, it would have been great to have YouTube and interview City fans. It would have been brilliant. We all remember when we lost games and deserved to lose, but of course we did, because it was the norm. That was following City. We didn't expect to win. We expected to lose or watch a crap game of football. It was like, what's it going to be today? Another 0-0 or 1-1, or we're going to get beat by Grimsby. Where do you think we would be now if we didn't get the takeover? I have no idea, Jason. It's a question I've asked lots of people on these vlogs and things like that, and interviewed people for the channel, and just thought, same thing when people talk about their favourite goal being Dick off in the 99 Gillingham game. I say to them, can you imagine if that goal didn't go in, or Nicky Weaver didn't save the penalties, or Hall didn't even score, where we could possibly be? Who knows? We could still be languishing and floating between the Championship and the Premier League, or the Championship and League One. Who knows? I know for certain that Sheikh Mansour wouldn't have bought Manchester City. That's a guarantee. So, yeah, those games are priceless. Absolutely priceless. But anyway, listen, my battery's dying on me now, been on for that long. Anyone else not watch Match of the Day if we lose? I don't watch Match of the Day. I don't watch Match of the Day full stop now, really. I don't bother with it anymore, if I'm being honest. I never used to, I must admit. I never used to watch it if City lost. I'll just try and forget about the loss and just not bother at all. But most of the times you're at the games anyway, so you've seen it. You've seen what happened. The only thing I tell you what I did watch back was after the Palace game, just to see back Townsend's goal, because I was still right behind it, just thinking, did that go in? Jesus Christ. I didn't quite see it. So I remember watching that back thinking, oh my God, that is a goal to win a match. Don't watch it if United win. No, I try not watch it at all now, for being honest. Got a bit bored of it. Yeah. My first season I was 95-96. Linsky cheering when we were 1-0 down. Lauder at 2-0, joking at 3-0. Loved the cigar. Yeah, and that's the way it was. That was just a regular City fan. Fast forward through certain games of studio garbage. Yeah, that was just following Cities in the 80s and 90s. That's just the way it was. It almost became, we expected the loss. We expected a crap result. We expected a crap performance. We were just thinking, you know, what was the most embarrassing moment we can talk about in the coach going back home to wherever we were. So, but anyway, guys, listen, I'm going. It's nearly midnight coming up here. So, listen, if you're not a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe. Click notification, hit that bell icon so you get notified. If you want to give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, no problem whatsoever. Don't forget, keep your comments coming. Must remind me, I'll go to my room now and I'll edit the next episode of episode 5, I think it is, of the new FIFA series. Have fun, take care, Steve. Latest, guys, see you, have a great day tomorrow. Thanks, Bernard. Have a good one all, see you, Ocean Rage. I'll put out that tomorrow before I leave. It'll probably be out about 4 o'clock in the morning, your time. You're saying 3-1. Nice one, mate, see you soon, take care. And I'll put out episode 5 of that, so if you follow the FIFA series with Kiam, go over on the YouTube channel and watch that. Now sit next to our Nationality Day trips at the Etihad. A few regulars. Take care, mate. See you, matey. See you, Jerry. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'll try and do a live vlog from downtown or something like that. I'll take my battery charger and things with me. So I'll be back because we're doing a podcast tomorrow. A few of us, hopefully, 4 of us, hopefully, will be doing the next episode of Podcast Raw. So that'll come out, hopefully, when I get back, probably on Saturday. Yokohama game, I'll go for a 2-2. There you go. Anyway, take care. Have a good evening, and we'll see you soon.